Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Workday Show, the place where politics meet modern pop culture. So, if you're ready, let's go to work. Now, this is going to be a shorter show. Every time I say it's going to be shorter, I always go for like a half hour, but this is going to be a shorter show. First off, I just want to say, if you take anything from this show, take a little bit of inspiration. We are leaving the shit show that was 2021. This whole thing started off in 2020. 2021, we thought we'd get a little bit better. It was an absolute shit show. I think it was even worse. Now rolling into 2022, which they say spells 2020, but two. You get it? So rolling into 2022, I really don't have high expectations, but it's going to be up to us. Even though the powers that be, a lot of them really don't want to see us succeed. Now, we're going through all these lockdowns, and I believe that there's going to be more. Just thinking about what's going on in Australia. So if you want to take a template, go to Australia, go to your not local news, but go to whoever you listen to, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, whatever it may be. Go to Google searches and type in Australia, and it should just pop right up. Everything that's going on over there with as far as their lockdowns, as far as the new, variant and all those concerns. Now, what they're doing over there, they're comparing it to what happened back in the Hitler days. I don't want to say the real word, back in the Hitler days. It's a comparison as far as like concentration camps, not as far as people getting furthered, in a mass number. Just as far as like you're containing people that don't want to be contained. All right, you're stripping away people's rights. You're pretty much saying that people that don't do what you say under the government's boot are going to be treated as less than. But people that do what we say, as far as getting the Fauci ouchie and taking pills and, listening to the lockdown restrictions and all that, even though they are very unconstitutional for Australia. I can't even talk right now. Unconstitutional for Australia. If you're going to listen to the government over there and they're going to keep their boot on your neck, then you're going to have like some semblance of a so-called ordinary life. But if you don't go with those mandates, then, you're going to be crushed by the boot. So use Australia as a template. Just realize those things can happen in the United States if we allow those things to happen. And so it's going to be all up to you, pretty much. You just can't let people run roughshod. Just remember what they said back in the days. The American people, we are the militia. I'm not saying that. That's what they said, okay, back in the day. So just don't forget that. And this is not condoning violence on my behalf or at all. So, what they said, man, we're leaving 2021 behind. We're rolling into 2022. What is 2022 going to be like? Honestly, I think 2022 is going to be whatever you want it to be. Now, we're still going to have all these unconstitutional things going on in certain states. Certain states are not going to abide by those things. But me living in Seattle, Washington area, this is a blue state. They have some regulations and restrictions that I don't necessarily agree with, and a lot of the people that I associate with don't agree with them either. But I'm not going to let that keep me down. See, I have aspirations. I have dreams. Me and my wife have dreams. I'll give you an example. Today we went out and looked at our dream cars, things that we see ourselves in the near future. Even if we don't know if we have the means or the currency to get those things right now, visualization is key. You go out, you see it, you think about it, you get it. If you're only dreaming small, you're not going to get to where your final destination should be. If you dream small, you get small. If you dream big, you get big. Now, just say if you're at a $30,000 a year job right now, and in the next 10 years, you see yourself making six figures, driving a Audi S5 or something like that. What I want you to do right now, no matter what age you are, You take yourself to the Audi car dealership. You look at it. You don't have to take a test drive or anything like that. Just open the door, get inside of it, smell the leather, sit in it, grip the steering wheel. Okay, visualize yourself driving to, I don't know, wherever you're going to work, to your new job, to your new $100,000 a year paying job. Just visualize that. Okay, 2022 might not put you there right now, but I tell you what, it can be the jump start to you getting to that place. Okay, so just remember, dream big. And another thing, don't start 2022 in a dumbass position. Okay, like I said, we're dreaming big over here, man. We're trying to get to our destination. We're trying to get to our dream spot. Okay, don't start 2022 off like this guy right here. All right, don't do it. We all know about Will Smith. Don't start. I mean, of course, he's a millionaire. He has means that we couldn't even imagine right now. Maybe in our wildest dreams, that's it. But let's not start 2022 off like him. Our girl just disrespected us, talking about how low our sex drive is, how much we suck in the bed. I mean, let's not do it, okay? So let's just start 2022 off on a good foot, okay? Everybody got it? Okay, good. This is a shortened show, but, oh yeah, real quick. Let's not start 2022 off also like this. A Seattle bartender, and I think this happened over the weekend, it says Wednesday. The story was written on Wednesday. So a Seattle bartender was attacked with a sharpened broomstick after asking for proof of vaccination. Okay, this is what the police report says. So pretty much what happened, I don't know if this is the lady right here. She's pretty cute. But so what happened is a guy walked into a Seattle bar thinking that he can Seattle is one of these cities that have that vaccine passport mandate, okay? One of the things that I personally do not agree with, but hey, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not going to let that get me down. I just will not participate in going to Seattle, They won't get my money. But anyway, with that said, Seattle is a Democratic city. It's a stronghold for the state. So this person right here, it was at 5:30 p.m. at Joe's Bar and Grill, Pioneer Square. Pioneer Square is kind of like the middle of Seattle where everything goes on, tree lighting and all that crap. So anyway, this guy, he ended up going to this bar and they asked for his vaccination passport. So he was actually vaccinated, but he didn't have the passport with him. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that I think that this guy is a Democrat. He probably voted for these same policies that they're putting in place. And look at this. It backfired on him. So now he goes into the bar. He does not have his proof of vaccination on him that they asked for. So now he gets an attitude. They're telling him to leave. He's like, something? No, I'm not going anywhere because I am vaccinated. But how are they to know? Sir, you don't have your card on you. You know what you voted for? So he ended up getting pissed, and he swung a broomstick at the, what is this? He swung a broomstick at the bartender. It says right here that she got caught with 31 stitches. She got hit, but she also got sliced by the broomstick too. So don't be that guy, okay? Don't do no dumb stuff like that, all right? We're going into 2022. We want to make this the best version. We're working towards the best version of ourselves. I'm doing it. I hope you guys are doing it too. Anybody that's listening to this show right now, I would expect you to start leaning towards the best version of yourself. It's not going to be easy. Life is not meant to be easy, but we will get there. Just keep pushing along. We will get there. So with that said, let me piss everybody up. I just wanted to throw that in there real quick. And, this is going to be a quick little segment, too, because, okay, I'm going to go back a couple years. This is about Breonna Taylor, okay? The story for Breonna Taylor is that the cops had a no-knock warrant, right? They actually had a no-knock warrant for the wrong house because they weren't supposed to be at Breonna's residence, right? Which is pretty messed up, okay? Her name wasn't even on the warrant, so everybody says. Breonna Taylor was asleep in her bed, okay? And the cops just came in and shot this woman. Brutally murdering Breonna Taylor. That's messed up. That's not the truth, though. It's not the truth. Okay? So let's look at this. This is going to be quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what I know, what a lot of people don't know. I'm going to give you the website, and I want you to go out there and I want you to read the whole police report because I'm about to present it to you right now. It's about a 40-page report. I'm not going through everything. I'm just going to go through a couple key pieces to let you guys know that what the news put out there for you, that was a lie. The lie detector detected that was a lie. Yes, it was. Okay, so here. Now we're going to take our time on this. This is going to be a fast segment. Okay. So now we go to the Officer Tatum report. Now look at my mouse right here. TatumReport.com. So when you guys go to look up this, go to TatumReport.com, type in Breonna Taylor, and it should put you right up here to this site, okay? Now, Breonna Taylor's address is, this is the 3003 Springfield Drive, okay? That's it right there. So, it starts off, one thing that I bet you guys didn't know. So, Breonna Taylor had a car that she rented out, right? Breonna Taylor's car was actually, the car that she rented out, I guess she let somebody use it. I think it was her boyfriend. Okay, so the car was actually found by the police with a dead body in it. Did you guys know that? Breonna Taylor rented a car. The car was found a little while later. I'm not saying that day. It could be weeks later, days later, with a dead body in it. I'm not talking about an animal. I'm talking about a dead human being was in Breonna Taylor's car. Okay? So, let me get this right. Now, if you go through the report, it says all that stuff in here. I think it actually starts off talking about how she had a dead body in the car that she rented out. Okay. Another thing. So this is the case report right here. This is detailing everything. I think this is Breonna Taylor right here with her boyfriend, Jamarcus Glover. Now, his name was on the warrant, but what people don't know is Breonna Taylor's name was also on the warrant. Not only was her name on the warrant, but her house was on the warrant too. So the cops did not hit the wrong house. Okay. Now let's see. Like I said, I'm not gonna go through everything, but I just want you guys to, I'm putting it out there so you guys can go and read the information yourself. There is one key part in here. I read this last night, but I might have lost the page that it was on. So just give me a second. Just bear with me. Okay. So I want you guys to know that Breonna Taylor, she was supposed to be the sweetheart darling. She was just an EMT. Well, I think she lost her job several months before this happened. Breonna Taylor was actually knee-deep in the drug game with Jamarcus Glover, her boyfriend. She was actually seeing two guys at the same time. Jamarcus Glover, he was the guy that was on the warrant, and then there was the one guy that I'm going to talk about in a second. And I forgot his name, but you see it right here. You see the, I think this is Breonna Taylor's car right here. Jamarcus Glover. It's got him going to Breonna Taylor's house, picking up a package, leaving, and going back to the trap house. It has the address for the trap house on here. I think it's 2424 something street. Anyway. So you see the cops were following these guys. They got them on video. They got all this. Breonna Taylor's black Charger pull up in front of. Okay, so you see Breonna Taylor's black Dodge Charger right here pull up in front of 2424 Elliott Ave numerous times. 2424 Elliott Ave. If you read through this report, you'll see that was the address of the trap house. So I tell you one thing: you're not gonna see my car nowadays pulling up in front of a trap house. So there's a reason why this happened, people. Just realize that. You know it and I know it. As much as some people want to deny it, what I'm putting here out is receipts. I'm not just telling you anything. Like I said, I want you to go look at it for yourself. So, I think her name is Kira Bradley, is Jamarcus Glover, who is Breonna Taylor's boyfriend at the time. She was seeing two guys. Kenneth Walker is the other guy that I'll talk about in a second. So, Kira Bradley is talking to Jamarcus Glover, and she calls him by the name of Chop. Chop, that girl you got killed. Chop, that girl you killed over you. Chop, that girl got killed over you. She's talking about Breonna Taylor. Okay, like I said, this is a 40-page report. And let me see. I want to see if I can find that one part because I did not highlight it. But pretty much what it says is with this guy Jamarcus so you see all this right here, all this paperwork. What it is a lot of this stuff is jail phone records. It's Jamarcus Glover, Breonna Taylor's boyfriend. It has their records of them talking back and forth from jail. I bet you guys didn't know that either, but it's right here on paper, the receipts. So I want you guys to go back, read it, and see exactly what these two were talking about. And you can see that what's his name? Jamarcus Glover was talking about Breonna Taylor had, I think, so many $1,000. She had 8. Here it is. Kira Bradley says to Jamarcus Glover, Instagram Vic, yeah, 20. Okay, that's not it. But he's talking about Breonna Taylor had my money for her. Breonna Taylor did good. She was playing her role. She had $20,000 here. She had $8,000 here. He also talks about how his lawyer knew about Breonna Taylor, what was going on. Now, when you guys are going to read this report, you will see that. Okay. So it says right here, Jamarcus Glover says to an unknown female referencing 3003 Springfield Drive, that is Breonna Taylor's house. He says, Kenneth Walker, which is the other guy Breonna Taylor was seeing, see this? Kenneth Walker said, mother effers knocked on the door, but he didn't know who it was. They asked who it was, but don't nobody say nothing. He said they kicked that door. They kicked that. Let me see. Sorry, guys. He said that they kicked that door and he bocked on them, which means he shot at them. You know, bok, bok, bok. That's what that's nigga language for saying he shot at them. He said they started shooting back and Bree was in the hallway and she caught bullets. Now, that's the key part that I was talking about. A lot of people like to say that Breonna Taylor was asleep in her bed. Let me tell you guys something. It doesn't make sense. I had the receipts right here. Breonna Taylor was not asleep in her bed. Breonna Taylor was up in the hallway behind Kenneth Walker, the guy that she was seeing. Now, the cops actually had a no-knock warrant, but they chose not to use it. Now, there's somewhere in this report where I think Jamarcus Glover, the other guy, the drug dealer that she was seeing, he actually says that he thinks that her boyfriend that night, the fateful night that she got killed, that the guy that shot at the cops, he thinks that he knows that there were cops. He thinks that he knows that he actually shot at the cops. So Breonna Taylor was in the hallway. It says it right there. She was behind Kenneth Walker. So when the door busted in, he bocked. He shot at them. But from what I'm hearing also, and this is from Brandon Tatum, he's a police officer. He's the one that has this website. He talks to cops. What they're saying is that after Kenneth Walker shot at the cops when they busted in the door, he actually dipped inside of a bedroom. Breonna Taylor was behind him. She stood in the bedroom, and that's when she caught all that. She caught all the bullets. So when he shot, Kenneth Walker actually shot a cop, almost fatally wounding him. Now, if somebody wasn't there to put a tourniquet on him, there's a video out there of that too, then the cop would have bled out. I think he got hit in the upper thigh. So after Kenneth Walker shot at the cops, hitting one, he ducked off into a bedroom. left Breonna Taylor in the hallway to catch all these bullets. Now, if this was a guy that cared so much about Breonna Taylor, don't you think, for one, if he would have made her stay in the room while he goes and checks out what's going on, he would not have had his damn girlfriend in behind him. At least that's what I would have did. Number two, he would have grabbed her and made her duck down or pulled her in the bedroom with her. But no. What I think this guy is a coward that jumped out of the way, knew he was going to get shot back at, and just left his girlfriend, Breonna Taylor, in the hall to get killed. I want you guys to, like I said, read the report. Let me take a sip. Read the report, and what you see in here may shock you. So once again, let me just read that part for the people in the back smoking crack. Jamarcus Glover says he, talking about Kenneth Walker, said those MFers knocked on the door, but he didn't know who it was. They asked who it was, but don't nobody say nothing. He said they kicked that door in and he bocked on them, meaning he shot at them. He said they started shooting back and Bree was in the hallway and she caught the bullets. This is from the words of the mouth of the guy that was on TV crying, said they killed my girlfriend. The guy who changed his story a couple times, okay? Breonna Taylor was in the hallway, everybody. She wasn't sleeping in her bed. Not only was she in the hallway, she was knee-deep in the drug game. Not only was she knee-deep in the drug game, she was in something else. Now, I'm going to say she had to know about somebody getting murdered and that body being found in her car. So if you go back, and I think it says it at the beginning of this report, it says that the guy that actually got killed, the body that they found in her rental car, was an associate. It was an associate of Jamarcus Glover. This is her boyfriend, one of her boyfriends. Now, does that seem like here, let me minimize it. Does that seem like she didn't know about anything? Now, I want you guys to go into this without your feelings, okay? Because your feelings are going to let you see the details, but still you're going to be like, nah, that didn't happen. Nah, I can't believe the cops and all this stuff. Okay, well, if you don't believe the cops, then just read the jail records, and you will see that her boyfriend is on record talking to her from jail, and he's also on record from jail talking to his baby's mom, spilling all the beans, telling what happened, saying that Breonna Taylor was in the hallway, saying that she was knee-deep in the drug game, saying that she had this money here, she had money there, saying that my lawyer knew what Breonna Taylor was about. It's also, Breonna Taylor was not an EMT. Like I said, she lost her job previous months to this happening, previous months or weeks to this happening. I just want you guys to stay educated. Anybody that's listening to me, I just want you to be educated, okay? So that's it, man. 2022 is here, okay? It's almost here. I want everybody to have a happy new year. I love you guys. If you're listening to me, just stay safe. Let's go into this new year with a battering ram, you know. Just like they came through Breonna Taylor's house. Boom! I want y'all to come through the 2022 wall just like that, okay? All right. Yeah, my phone's ringing. Okay, so my phone started ringing and it cut off the damn video. But like I was saying, I want you guys to hit 2022 like a battering ram, like they rammed through Breonna Taylor's door. Just hit it like that, boom, and like there's no stopping us, people, okay? Tell a friend, tell an associate, or even tell an enemy to like and subscribe to the Workday Show. Peace. I'm out.